Hey friends, it's Mackenzie, also known as Emtothethird on Instagram, Ravelry, and now YouTube. And this is my fourth making vlog. It's very exciting. I have a bunch of fun stuff to kind of show you. This last weekend, I do record these a little bit earlier than I released them. So this last weekend was Memorial Day weekend. I had a really lovely 3-day weekend. We went to the dog park like a million times, which was Maple's dream and also just like really lovely for Kay and I. And we went to another pond that's like north of Boston, and I was able to bring my knitting, and there was a little video of that in the intro. As much as I may complain that I don't love Boston, the access to the outdoors is super lovely, and I feel very grateful that we can go to a pond and just park somewhere and kind of get our feet wet. It's really nice, and we're teaching Maple how to go into the water this summer. That's our big goal. So we were able to do that a little bit, and I was able to sit outside and knit. I got a little bit of a tan, which is covered up by my shirt today, but the sun. Thank goodness for the sun. Today is another cloudy day, but we are getting like some pretty bright patches of sun, so I can't complain too much. For what I knit this week, you saw in the intro a little sneak peek of my finished S shawl, which is an Anna Maltz pattern. I used a Verb for Keeping Warm Pioneer, which has been in my stash since I worked there, and some Verb for Keeping Warm Flock, which has been in my stash since the last time I visited. I'll include a couple pictures of me cutting this, a couple videos of me cutting the steek and tying all of the edges a little later on, but this pattern is so cool. It has everything that I love like incorporated into it. Obviously I love stripes, and I do really like fringe on shawls, but it's the worst to add it after the fact, right? So what's amazing about this pattern is that there's like this whole steek section where at the very end you cut it and then sort of unravel all of the ends, so you have like built-in fringe to the shawl. Also, what's really nice about it is that it goes from the widest part to the smallest part, and I've knit another one of her shawls that does this too, and I really love that because at, you know, shawls most of the time you're starting with like 3 stitches and you're like, I'm flying through this, and then as it starts to grow you're like, oh my god, each row is taking me 20 minutes. So it's really nice to start big, and I started it on Kay and I's trip to the West Coast earlier this spring, and now it's done. So yeah, it feels really good. But yeah, let me see if I can get like a wingspan shot. I don't know if I'll be able to. I don't have a ton of room in here. But look at that baby. Yeah, I don't think that's really gonna do it much justice, but it is a little thicker than I wanted it, and I probably should have done the cast on a little bit looser. But I really like the colors. I love that it's like, I'm going camping, I guess not like tomorrow, today's Friday, but the following weekend, and it'll be great like for chilling by the campfire. And I'll take you guys along with me to that, because of course knitting is gonna happen by the campfire. Oh my god. So I can wear it kind of like over my shoulders like this, or like this. And of course it coordinates with my glasses, because how could I be me without that? Like, how cute is that? Oh, it's so nice and warm and cozy. And all of the wool is California wool, so of course California always keeping me warm in so many ways. And then I also am making progress. If you watched my Ask Me Anything video where I answered submitted questions through Instagram, I said one of my summer goals was to catch up on my sock knitting, and by catch up I mean I try and knit a pair every month, and I'm a little behind at this point, but look at how pretty. This is Republic of Wool, and I believe this is one of her club colorways. It's a color called Misfit. And I finished one sock. I think it's super beautiful. I love the way the colors pool on her yarns, and just like her color sense is like right up my alley. So I knit one of those, and I have to knit the second one, but I'm all of a sudden much closer to my sock 1 per month goal. And I've been doing the fish lips heel instead of like the heel flap, and I'll have to kind of gauge how that wears. I mean, like, I know it's not as reinforced, so it shouldn't wear as well, but it's a little bit faster to knit, and honestly, I'm not mad about that because I don't have a lot of like instant gratification projects. So that feels good. The other knitting I've been doing is for my steeking tutorial, which I am really excited to be releasing soon. I've been working really hard on it to kind of have it be like a fun, like, I guess I've been trying to incorporate like my teaching style into a tutorial video. You know, like, I feel like a lot of tutorials are very pragmatic, and I want it to be a little bit fun. I want it to be a little educational, and I want people to be able to reference it. So I'm pretty excited about it coming out, and I'll be releasing like a little bit of a pattern to go with it. So I've been working on the logistics of that and like knitting a lot of tubes to steek. So yeah, I have like literally so many knit tubes. So, and then this is the little pattern. It's just like a little cup cozy. And of course I had to have a color palette. I was like, what color should I do? And then I had all this mustard yarn, and I was like, oh, that's what I should do. Exactly. So I hope it'll be really informative. I'm really excited. Tonight my knitting buddies are coming over. I have like a Friday night knit crew, and then like a once or twice a month knit crew, and so yeah, that's super great. You guys have been blowing me away with your support of this little video podcast series, vlog series. And yeah, I'm just really grateful that you've been so supportive, and I have a couple collaborations coming up that I'm really excited about. So yeah, please keep tuning in. I would love for you to subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. Tell your friends about it. And yeah, I think that's it for this week. So thank you, and I'll see you again next Thursday. Bye.